Hi, friends. So unfortunately, I will not be with you today. My fiance was in an accident, and I'm leaving to go and be with him and make sure everything's okay. So I wanted to just go through the directions of what you guys will be doing today. So you should have completed your rough draft lines over the 2-day impromptu break. And a lot of you just kind of translated this from the original. So it kind of looks like this, right, is what your rough draft looked like. And a lot of you went over to this side and said, you said, well, I see a light through the window. And then many of you just said, Juliet is the east and like the sun. And a lot of you translated super close to the original, right? Like this, where we could see it almost overlaps, okay? So your task today is really going to be to go back through what you guys wrote out for your rough draft and make sure that it matches your scenario, okay? So making sure it matches the scenario that you came up with. And you're going to be adding stage directions and any like tone or mood words to make sure we understand what you mean by how you want the actor or actress to say it. And then you're going to be putting this into your own script or document, which you are going to share with me, and you're going to make sure it's formatted like a Shakespearean play. So here's my example, right? So let's say I started with this, right? This is what I started with. So I'm going to put it in a document, and this is all there is going to be, okay, is just this. And it's going to be where you put your entire scene, and it's going to be formatted like a Shakespearean play. So I will have my act and scene at the top, which for us, this is Act 2, Scene 2. I'm going to have where this happens. So for me, mine is happening on Venice Beach. I'm going to have stage directions, right, which says when people enter and exit, and if they're fighting, or if they say like aside, meaning they whisper it to the audience. I'm going to have their name, right, their lines, and any tone words to say how it should be said. So another thing that I'm going to do, so once you guys make this document, just go ahead and put like the act and scene at the top where it's happening, and go ahead and share the document with me now so that part's over. Once you've done that, then you want to start going through with your group and looking at your translation and thinking, is this how those people in my scene would talk? Do I need to make any fine-tuning tweaks so that it makes sense in my scenario? So for example, if my scenario is I'm going for like a kind of California dreamin' vibe, so very Venice Beach, thinking like very cool, relaxed, still doing the same age group so as not to change the plot. So probably in Venice Beach in 2019 in California, people are not going to say things like fair sun, kill the envious moon when they're talking about a girl being beautiful. So I came up with like a modern twist. So number one, you want it to sound like your scenario, okay? But you want to make sure you're not changing the meaning. So you want to make sure you're not changing the meaning. So instead of comparing Juliet to the sun and talking about how the moon is jealous, I'm going to compare the sun and Beyonce, right? So I'm going to trade out sun for Beyonce because I'm thinking like someone who is trendy, known as being beautiful, popular. So, and then I'm going to, instead of using the moon, select someone who also is considered like beautiful and popular in society, but might have like fairer skin. So here's how I changed mine. I said, Romeo says, that light over there from the window, what is it? Rather than saying, but soft, what light through yonder window breaks? Because again, people won't speak like that in California in 2019. And then I say, maybe it is Juliet. And then I say, she is so hot, hotter than Beyonce. I bet all the other girls are jealous of her. Probs even Taylor Swift. And then I make a reference to one of her songs, right? So, but don't cry on your guitar, Tay, even though you will never be as fine as Juliet. So instead of saying all this stuff about the moon being pale and sick with grief, I changed that out for Taylor Swift because that makes more sense in my scenario. But notice I'm still talking about her beauty and other things or people being jealous of that. So I haven't changed the meaning. And then instead of saying it is my lady, oh, it is my lady love, I say, wait, is that my bae? It is. And then I put excitedly, because the last thing I want is for someone to go, it is, right? I want them to know how to say it. So what you guys are going to do today is you're going to go through and do this. You're going to read through your script, make sure that everything is translated in your script, your rough draft script. Then you're going to make a document. You're going to share it with me. You're going to go through and add the act, scene, where it occurs, stage directions, and start changing your lines to match your scenario. Okay, we're going to start filming on Monday. So it's important that you guys complete this or by the end of Monday. Okay, so if you have any questions, please email me. Also, Sarah, the student aide in your class, completed this assignment today. So ask her any questions you have before you email me. I look forward to seeing you guys Monday, and I hope you have a great day.